Hello everybody, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Tyne and I'm the owner of Designs by Tyne, and I'm taking you guys behind the scenes in a step-by-step process of making my cups. When I first launched my Evil Eye cold cups, I had gotten about 50 ordered on the first week or so this is me making all of those cold cups. The Evil Eye cold cups are one of the most difficult cups that I make. That's because each cup has 6 different colors on it, which means I need 6 different kinds of vinyl that I need to cut. To save time and vinyl on some of the colors, I'm able to overlap the patterns, and that way I can cut more than one design on each one. So for example, if I layer the designs, I can get multiple cups on the same print. I'll go more into detail on this later in the video. Now I'm gonna show you guys my absolute favorite part of running a business from home.
Hello.
I never have to miss a bedtime.
Cool.
We were very young when we got pregnant, and financially, being a stay-at-home mom felt like such an out-of-reach dream. But growing up, when everyone would ask me what I wanted to be when I got older, the only thing that I knew for certain was that I wanted to be a mom.
What color is that? You put it on it?
So being able to work from home while raising my son was one of the biggest blessings I could have ever asked for. And here's a small little glimpse of what that life is like.
Okay, so what letter is this?
Mama.
What letter is this? What letter is that? That's an R. What letter is that? A. What letter is that? T. What letter is that?
S. Here, say cheese. Can we take a picture of us on the bowl like that?
Say cheese. You look so handsome, buddy.
Yeah. Say cheese.
Look at the smile on yours. I like a little curl in yours. In Hernan's face, you see?
Will you give me a big hug tonight? It's going past your bedtime. Bye bye bye. I love you. You going night-night?
So that was just a small glimpse of what it's like being a stay-at-home mom while working at home as well. After I told him goodnight, I got right back to work and started cutting all of the rest of the colors as well. This part of the process is really time-consuming. At this time, I had 2 of my Cricuts going, so I had one on the top and one on the bottom, and I was switching both of them at the same time. Most of my designs do not require this much vinyl, and most of them don't require this many colors of vinyl either. But this is one of my favorite cups that I've made, and even though it is very time-consuming, it is a really beautiful product when it comes to the end. So basically what I do in this process is I have both of the machines running and cutting, and while they're cutting, I'm cutting all of the other vinyl that I'm going to need to eventually cut on the machine. I typically use 2 mats per machine, so I had 2 machines running in this video, so I was using 4 mats. So while my Cricut machine is cutting mat number 1, I will put mat number 2 right under it, ready to go, and that way when mat number 1 is done cutting, I can just pull it out and go ahead and load it with mat number 2. Then I take mat number 1 and I remove the vinyl that's already been cut, and I replace it with a vinyl that needs to be cut, and I place that under the mat. This ends up being a huge time saver because then my machines are always running and I don't have to wait to replace the vinyl on the mat. In this next process, it's one of my favorite. I printed all of the shipping labels and then I started weeding the vinyl. Earlier in the video, I'm not sure if you noticed, but when I was in front of the Cricut machine, I ended up having to mess with one of the needles, and the needle did not cut a lot of the vinyl right, so it was actually really hard to weed almost everything except this white vinyl. So like I said earlier, I actually could double up on some of the designs, that way they weren't overlapping, but I could still fit them double on each amount of vinyl, and that way I could cut 2 cups worth at the same time. As you can see, there's 2 of each design, and not all of the designs are able to be cut like that. The vinyl that I'm weeding now is the middle blue out of the 3 different shades of blue that I use on this cup, and this is one of the vinyls that just did not cut well. I needed to change my needle, and I didn't pay attention to how much I was cutting before changing it, and this was just a disaster getting this weeded, as you can tell. But on this vinyl, you can see that I can cut up to 4 different ones without making any overlap. So basically, I duplicated my design 4 times and then moved it over and made sure that all of the pieces weren't overlapping each other so that I could fit as many as possible. The baby blue, which is the very inner part of the eye for this cup, is the one that I can get the most out of. I can duplicate it 9 times. So I just have to cut 1 sheet of vinyl, and this makes me 9 cups worth. The dark blue and the black and the gold, those are ones that I cannot overlap in any way. If I overlap them, it'll cut off some part of the design. So I have to do all of those individually. So basically, I have to cut 1 for every cup that I make, which ends up being a lot of weeding and very time consuming. Here are almost all of what I had weeded. Once I started making the cups, it was like a huge mountain. I did end up having to cut a few more for some more cups that was ordered with this grouping, but this is the most vinyl and the most amount of the same cup that I've made at one time ever. So at this point, I started just laying out all of the cups that I had because I was just wanting to get a video of every stage of the process. So in this video, I'm planning on taking you through the stages of the Evil Eye cup that I haven't already shown you. So I am right now showing you how I put my first layer on, but I do have an entire video on the step-by-step process ASMR version of how I layer each layer on these cups. So if you want to see that process, you can go check that out. And if you guys want a longer, more detailed process of that, just leave a comment down below and I can make a video like that also. So basically, this video is a bunch of the transition videos, and each time I added one of the layers on the cup, I would lay out all of the cups and just show the progress. It was actually a really fun process to make so many of the same cup at one time. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't dreading it at first, because I definitely was. And I don't mean that to sound ungrateful, because I am so grateful for every step of the business that I get, but this was definitely going to be a very hard process with the specific cup that I was doing it with. Like I said, this is one of the hardest cups that I make, and definitely one of the more time-consuming cups that I make, so a lot of time and effort was put into all of this. Now, I'm going to pause the video and take a second to let you guys know that I do have a sale going on my website right now. I'll be giving away a free name decal with every order with a subtotal of just $5. So again, all you have to do is purchase $5 worth of products off my website, and I will be making a video on my YouTube channel of me making every name decal that's included in this sale. The decals are 4 inches long, and they will come with whatever name that you leave in the message to seller box on the checkout screen of my website. Also, the free decal will be coming on the holographic vinyl that you see in the video as well. I'm not sure how long this sale will last, but I'm definitely going to run it through the end of the weekend. The name decal is made with adhesive vinyl, so it is waterproof, and it would be a great addition to any of the tumblers or water bottles that you already have at home. I've never done a sale this big with just a small purchase of $5, so if it does well, I'll make sure to do more sales like this in the future. So back to the making of 50 Evil Eye cups. We are now on the packaging process of this. Obviously, I had other orders besides Evil Eye cups, so I had to go ahead and get those made, and this video was around October, so there is a lot of Halloween cups in this video as well. A lot of people don't understand why I do this process, but I'm a content creator, and being able to get just a full glimpse of how many cups I created is just always been a really cool moment for me. So while I have all the cups laid out, I normally go ahead and add the straws, lids, and scrunchies in here at this time. This is mainly just so that I can double check when I'm wrapping that I have everything. If I have everything the first time, I'm already knowing it's in there, but then when I go to wrap it, I can just double check that everything's in there. At this point, I could only take a time lapse because I had scheduled a pickup from my mailman and it was about that time that he was going to be here. So I was wrapping these orders really, really quickly. And here they are finally done. I had an entire wall of orders. This part is always so fulfilling, so fun. And now that my son is a toddler, he really likes this part. So he likes to put them in the blue bags. Obviously, I was trying to get a picture with him and he was having a meltdown because he just wanted to put them in the blue bags. My video got cut short a little early because the mailman was already here, so I was actually upstairs packaging up as many as I could in the blue bag. My mom was running them downstairs to the mailman, and he was taking them from our front door to the mail truck while she was coming back up to get more packages. And it was a little chaotic, but we did get them all out that day. So props to the mailman, props to my mom, and honestly, props to me. I know this is a little bit of a different type of video than my typical ASMR content, but I do hope to make more videos explaining things. If any of you guys have any questions or want any ideas for videos to help you with your business or just anything you'd like to see from me, give me a comment and make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.